Imagine waking up one morning and going through your familiar routine without realizing that with each passing minute, you're unknowingly shortening your own lifespan. Sounds unbelievable? Think again. What if those seemingly harmless actions you take in the first hour after opening your eyes are the delicate line between living to 90 or beyond and never reaching that milestone? In this video, I'm going to reveal 8 incredible morning habits shared by people who live to 90 and beyond. These aren't complicated lifestyle changes or expensive therapies. In fact, one of these habits only takes 30 seconds but could extend your life. This is information that most doctors probably won't tell you, but the evidence is undeniable. Let me introduce you to the story of Mr. James, a 93-year-old man who overcame many challenges and completely changed the trajectory of his health thanks to these very habits. While his peers face numerous age-related issues, Mr. James remains healthy, independent, and active. His secret lies in what he does during that crucial first hour after waking up. Are you ready to discover the morning habits that could revolutionize your health after 60? Buckle up, because we're about to dive into habit number 7, and it might just surprise you. Please note, the information in this video is for educational purposes only, compiled from open sources, and is not a substitute for medical advice. Please consult your doctor if you have any health concerns. After subscribing to the channel, let us know where you're watching from, and don't forget to turn on notifications. We'd love to connect with you. So, what's the very first morning habit that people who live past 90 consistently practice? It's gentle movement before breakfast. It might sound simple, and some might even think, I don't have any joint problems. But did you know that researchers at the Mayo Clinic have discovered that just gentle movements in the morning can reduce the risk of osteoarthritis in older adults by up to 65%? Dr. Lisa Monroe, head of geriatric medicine at the Mayo Clinic, explained, "Our research indicates that morning movement before eating triggers a process called autophagy, also known as cellular self-cleaning, which is particularly important for joint health. We've observed significant differences in inflammation markers between older adults who exercise before breakfast and those who eat first." The story of 68-year-old Harriet is a vivid testament to this. She faced the prospect of knee replacement surgery due to severe joint pain. But as a last resort, her physical therapist advised her to dedicate just 7 minutes to gentle movement after waking up and before eating anything. The results were astonishing. After only 3 months, Harriet's pain had reduced so significantly that the surgery was canceled. She shared, "I thought my active days were over. Now I can play with my grandchildren again." And it all started with just a few minutes of morning movement. So, how can you implement this starting tomorrow? Here's your action plan. After drinking water in the morning, but before eating or having coffee, dedicate 5 to 10 minutes to gentle movements that lubricate your joints. This isn't about high-intensity workouts. Focus on movements that feel comfortable for you. Try performing slow, circular rotations of your ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, and wrists. Stand up and gently sway from side to side. If you can, bend down to touch your toes, or simply fold forward slightly. The goal is continuous, gentle movement to wake up your joints and muscles. Pay attention to any stiffness you feel in the morning. It's an important sign you shouldn't ignore. Remember, this small window of time will activate longevity pathways that would remain dormant if you continue to lie still. Are you willing to invest a few minutes tomorrow to protect your joints for years to come? Imagine moving with ease at 85 or 90. Those who achieve this aren't just lucky. They've consistently practiced this morning ritual. Will you join them? Habit number 2. Drink water immediately after waking up. You just woken up, and what's the first thing that comes to mind? Checking your phone? Or a hot cup of coffee? Pause for a moment and ask yourself, what's really going on inside your body right now? If you haven't had any water yet, your blood is thicker, putting dangerous pressure on your heart and brain. The second habit that centenarians consistently practice right after opening their eyes is drinking water immediately. And the timing here is truly crucial. Leading nephrology researchers and longevity experts at Harvard Medical School have discovered that overnight dehydration accelerates the aging process by up to 31%. Dr. Jessica Rothman, director of kidney health at Harvard, explains, while you sleep, your body gradually becomes dehydrated, creating a condition we call thick morning blood. This forces your heart to work significantly harder and damages the small blood vessels in your brain and kidneys. This damage accumulates over time and significantly speeds up the aging process. Consider the story of 72-year-old Sylvia. She suffered from chronic kidney problems, constant fatigue, and forgetfulness. Doctors had even considered dialysis for her. But when she started drinking 16 ounces, about 470 milliliters of water immediately after waking up, even before getting out of bed, her kidney function improved by 28% in just 60 days. Sylvia recounted, "My doctor couldn't believe my blood test results. He asked me what medication I was taking, and I told him it was just water in the morning. So, what do you need to do starting tomorrow? Here's your action plan. Place a full glass of water next to your bed before you go to sleep. As soon as you open your eyes, before your feet even touch the floor, drink the entire glass of water. Not coffee, not tea. Room temperature water is best, as cold water can shock your system. Make this a non-negotiable habit, just like brushing your teeth. Your organs are desperately in need of rehydration after hours of sleep. Don't make them wait another minute. Can you commit to this simple habit, one that could significantly improve your kidney function and cardiovascular health? The longest living people in the world don't skip this. Will you make it a part of your routine? Fantastic. Let's move on to habit number 3, the 30-second breathing exercise. Can you believe that with just 30 seconds each morning, you can set your stress levels for the entire day and potentially influence your lifespan? Research from the so-called blue zones, regions where people commonly live past 100, shows that centenarians utilize specific breathing techniques that help reduce cellular stress by up to 48%. Dr. Michael Cohen, who studies longevity practices in Sardinia, Italy, notes, "We found a clear difference in inflammation markers and stress hormones between those who practice intentional morning breathing and those who don't. This simple habit appears to activate the vagus nerve, signaling to the body that it's safe to focus on longevity rather than just survival." In the mountain communities of Sardinia, where men often live well into their late 90s, researchers observed a consistent morning ritual among the elderly. Every morning, before doing anything else, they would stand outside their homes and take deep, rhythmic breaths. When researchers examined their heart rate variability and cortisol levels, they found similarities to those of much younger individuals. 196-year-old Shepherd shared, "I breathe in the morning to get my body ready for a good day." He added, "If I skip this by midday, I notice my energy dips and my mind feels foggy." Here's a 30-second exercise that could transform your health. Immediately after drinking your morning water, and ideally in natural light, try the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Gently inhale through your nose for a count of 4 seconds. Hold your breath for a count of 7 seconds. Then exhale completely through your mouth for a count of 8 seconds, making a whoosh sound. Repeat this 3 to 4 times. These 30 seconds help signal your body to activate longevity-promoting pathways instead of stress responses. This practice may seem simple, but scientific evidence supports its significant impact on blood pressure, inflammation, and stress hormones. Will you dedicate these 30 seconds tomorrow morning? It could be one of the best health investments you ever make. Are you even taking deep breaths as you listen to this? Chances are, most of us only use a fraction of our lung capacity. Let's start changing that tomorrow morning. Habit number 4, a breakfast rich in protein and fiber. Could your breakfast be unknowingly sabotaging your chances of living past 90? Unfortunately, the typical American breakfast accelerates aging in ways many don't realize until it's too late. Nutritional experts in the field of gerontology have identified specific breakfast habits in long-lived communities that help slow down the aging process. Consuming a breakfast rich in protein and fiber can help reduce inflammatory markers by up to 53%. According to Dr. Valerie Richardson, lead researcher at the Longevity Nutrition Institute, the first meal of the day sets metabolic patterns that influence everything from insulin sensitivity to levels of microinflammation. Their research indicates that a breakfast with at least 25 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber creates a metabolic environment that promotes cellular repair instead of damage. Consider Gerald's story. At 68, he was diagnosed with prediabetes and increasing signs of inflammation. Despite not being overweight, his doctor predicted he would develop full-blown diabetes within 2 years. Instead of immediately starting medication, Gerald worked with a nutritionist to overhaul his breakfast routine. He replaced his usual toast and coffee with a protein and fiber-rich meal. 6 months later, his blood markers were completely normal. Gerald emphasized, "The only thing I changed was breakfast." His doctor was astonished that altering just one meal could reverse these trends. Here's the formula for a longevity-promoting breakfast. Incorporate a high-quality protein source like eggs, Greek yogurt, or plant-based protein with fiber-rich foods such as berries, chia seeds, oats, or vegetables. Include a source of healthy fats like avocado, nuts, or olive oil. Steer clear of refined carbohydrates before 8 to 10 a.m., as they cause insulin spikes that accelerate aging. Can you make this change tomorrow morning? The beauty of this habit is that it doesn't require extra time. You're already eating breakfast. You're simply shifting what you eat to activate longevity pathways instead of inflammatory ones. Is continuing your current breakfast worth risking your health after 70? Make the switch tomorrow and notice the difference in just a few days. What will you choose for breakfast tomorrow? This seemingly small decision has a significant impact in the years to come. Also, consider practicing the 30-second breathing exercise, the 4-7-8 technique, right after drinking your morning water. Habit number 5, morning social connection. Morning rituals can be more potent than any supplement for living longer. A crucial part of this is meaningful connection with people. Many underestimate the impact timing has on this connection. Isolation can be as detrimental to your body as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. An 80-year Harvard study revealed that morning social interaction lengthens lifespan more than quitting smoking or exercise. Dr. Robert Miller, who led the later phases of this research, noted that those who had meaningful social interactions before 10 a.m. had a 29% lower mortality rate throughout the study. Morning interactions appear to kickstart patterns in neurotransmitters that help the cardiovascular and immune systems function well throughout the day. In Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the world's longest-lived people, Nancy observed that residents had a morning tradition. Neighbors would gather, even if just for a 5-minute chat. One 97-year-old woman explained, "If I don't speak to someone in the morning, my whole day feels off. We check on each other every morning, and that's our secret to long life." When researchers compared her inflammatory markers to those of socially isolated older adults, the stark difference suggested she was biologically decades younger. Here are 3 easy ways to weave this longevity-boosting habit into your morning routine. Make a quick phone call to a friend or family member. 3 minutes is all it takes. If you live with others, establish a simple morning check-in ritual instead of just passing each other by. If you live alone, plan regular morning meetups with neighbors or friends, even if it's just once a week to start. If these options aren't readily available, even a friendly chat with your barista or a store clerk can offer some of the same biological benefits. Prioritize human interaction every morning, just like brushing your teeth. Will you make this choice tomorrow? Your body can't thrive without it, even with supplements or exercise routines. Who will you reach out to tomorrow morning? Your body is waiting for this crucial signal to kickstart longevity pathways. Also, consider getting some natural sunlight within 30 minutes of waking up. Following that, habit number 6, expose yourself to natural light within 30 minutes of waking up. Have you implemented this habit yet? If not, will you start tomorrow morning? Tomorrow could mark the beginning of your transformation with habit number 6, morning exposure to natural light. You might not realize that you're inadvertently disrupting your circadian rhythm every morning if you don't get natural light within 30 minutes of waking. You're missing out on one of the most powerful longevity triggers researchers have identified. According to studies from the National Institute on Aging, getting morning sunlight within 30 minutes of waking can boost melatonin production later in the day by up to 73%. Dr. Andrew Peterson, a leading researcher in circadian health and aging, explains, exposure to morning sunlight initiates a cascade of metabolic processes that affect everything from sleep quality to metabolism and even cognitive function over the next 24 hours. Ignoring this morning light cue increases the risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases after age 70 by up to 37%. Consider Benjamin's case. At 75, he struggled with chronic insomnia that had plagued him for decades. He had tried everything from prescription sleep aids to expensive supplements, but nothing provided lasting relief. Then, his doctor suggested a simple change. Spend 10 minutes outdoors right after waking up, regardless of the weather. Within 2 weeks, Benjamin noticed himself falling asleep faster and sleeping more soundly. What surprised him even more were the unexpected benefits. His blood pressure dropped by 15 points, and his afternoon slump completely vanished. All thanks to sitting on his porch with his morning coffee instead of staying indoors. Don't delay in adopting this life-changing habit. Tomorrow morning, make it a priority to expose yourself to natural light within 30 minutes of waking. Even on cloudy days, the light outdoors is 50 to 100 times stronger than indoor lighting and provides crucial wavelengths your brain needs. If mobility is an issue, simply sitting by an open window can help. During winter months or severe weather, consider using a medical-grade light therapy lamp as a supplement. While natural light is always best, this isn't just about improving sleep. It's about resetting your entire biological clock to slow down aging at a cellular level. Are you ready to give your body this gift tomorrow morning? What's preventing you from stepping outside tomorrow? Your body is waiting for this signal to optimize your health. Also, consider practicing the 30-second breathing exercise, the 4-7-8 technique, right after drinking your morning water. Habit number 7, express gratitude towards your body. A common mental habit among people over 90 is the consistent practice of morning gratitude, without fail. However, this isn't the usual be grateful advice you've heard before. There's a specific technique that stimulates longevity pathways in both the brain and the body. Neuroscientists at Yale University have found that practicing gratitude in the morning can physically restructure the aging brain, reducing cortisol levels by up to 23%. Dr. Sarah Jenkins, an expert in neuroplasticity in older adults, notes, we can observe brain changes on fMRI scans when older adults consistently practice guided morning gratitude. The prefrontal cortex, crucial for decision-making and emotional regulation, shows activity levels similar to those of much younger brains, but timing is critical. The effects are significantly enhanced when gratitude is practiced within the first hour of waking. Patricia's case highlights this remarkably. At 74, she suffered from high blood pressure that wasn't responding well to medication. Her cardiologist was concerned about her heart. After learning about the gratitude research, Patricia began a simple morning gratitude practice focused on her body and its health. Within just 3 months, her blood pressure stabilized, and her heart rate variability, a key indicator of cardiovascular health, improved by 31%. Patricia shared, my doctor asked if I had changed my medication. He was skeptical when I said it was just my morning thoughts, until he saw the consistent results over time. Here's the 2-minute gratitude practice that transformed Patricia's health. Immediately after your breathing exercise, place your hand over your heart. Identify 3 specific parts of your body you are grateful for and explain why. For example, I am grateful for my eyes that allow me to see my grandchildren's faces. I'm grateful for my legs that still carry me around. I am grateful for my heart that has faithfully supported me all these years. The key is to be specific and direct your gratitude towards your physical body, not just general circumstances. This isn't just wishful thinking. It creates a measurable shift in nervous system function, impacting everything from inflammation to immune response. Will you try this 2-minute practice tomorrow morning? It costs nothing, requires no special equipment, and has the potential to add years to your life. Have you thanked your body today for all it does, or are you focused on its perceived shortcomings? Your perspective can truly change your physiology. Finally, habit number 8, cold water face immersion. In fact, habit number 8 is referred to as the 60-second reset you've never tried. This habit has been observed in long-lived elderly populations in the mountainous regions of Georgia and remote parts of Japan, where they start their day by splashing cold water or immersing their face in a basin of cold water immediately after waking. Dr. Elena Ivanovic, a vascular neurologist at the University of Helsinki, explains that cold water face immersion triggers the mammalian dive reflex, a powerful parasympathetic response that slows down heart rate, increases vagal tone, and shifts the body out of stress state. Essentially, it signals to your nervous system that you are safe, you are stable, and now is the time to heal. The effects of this habit include reduced systemic inflammation, improved emotional regulation, significant boost in mental alertness. In clinical trials, older adults who practiced daily cold water face immersion showed a 23% reduction in cortisol levels and reported better focus and emotional stability throughout the day. The story of Robert, a 71-year-old retired executive who suffered from chronic anxiety and morning brain fog, illustrates this benefit. He shared that after a week of cold water face dips, he felt his body finally had an off switch for stress, and his mornings became clearer, calmer, and more intentional. Here's how to perform this 60-second reset. Immediately after drinking your morning water, fill a basin with cold water. If you can tolerate it, add ice. Immerse your face in the water for 10 to 15 seconds. Come up, take a slow breath, and repeat once or twice. If full immersion isn't possible, you can also splash cold water on your face for 60 seconds. The key is the sudden temperature cue, which helps shift your nervous system into a state of calm, restorative function. This habit is free, simple, and potentially the most overlooked tool for boosting cellular resilience and emotional control. Are you willing to try this habit tomorrow morning? Your nervous system is waiting for that powerful signal. The cold wake-up call might be the missing piece in your longevity ritual. Finally, we want to emphasize that you don't need to perfectly implement all 8 of these habits immediately. Even incorporating just 2 or 3 can significantly impact your health journey. For instance, I mentioned Walter, who started with just 2 and gradually added others. Begin your journey towards a healthier future today. Don't wait for some perfect moment that might never arrive. Your morning habits lay the foundation for a life filled with vitality or one of gradual decline. For those of you who have watched this far, we encourage you to ask yourself which habit resonates most with you. And if you're comfortable, leave a comment below this video so I can offer my insights. These habits aren't just luxuries. They are fundamental practices for anyone aspiring not only to reach 90, but to live vibrantly, mentally sharp, and with purpose. We recommend that you consider implementing 1 or more of these transformative habits starting tomorrow. Small changes made today can lead to significant benefits in the long run. Lastly, if you found this information helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more life-changing health secrets that many over 60 might not know. Sharing this journey can bring positive changes not only to you, but also to those around you. Please share this video with your loved ones as a meaningful gift that could extend and enhance the quality of their lives.